Click. There we go. Oh, I'm so funny. Hey, Soda. Hey, dude. How's it going? The whole first minute of this just doesn't matter. It's fine. We're here. Yeah, we're just doing a quick little. Also, thank you so much for saying that you couldn't hear anything. That's so funny. I'm so bad at this. Like, whenever I like record stuff and I'm not streaming, I'll like mute it there just so like I don't have to worry about like doubling up on audio since I record my audio through Audacity. So, and I always forget to unmute it when I'm going back into like a normal streaming week. It's so fun. I'm so good at this. But yeah, no, we're just doing a very quick update stream just because I didn't really yeah, you can hear me? Okay, let's go. Just because I didn't stream at all last week and I didn't really give any kind of updates to that. And I plan to take next week off as well, along with like essentially all of this week since we're only doing this one stream this week, because I have some updates for everyone. Not last week, but the week before in our Genshin stream, we were talking about like, hey, I'm probably going to need to take like a little break. I'm having like these wrist issues, could be carpal tunnel. Found out it's not. It's just a pretty severe case of tendonitis in both wrists, which is pretty poggers if I do say so myself. The doctors took a look at my wrist, went, wow, your right one's just a ball. It's so swollen. It's so bad. This is like a bad case of tendonitis. Yeah. Oh no. Oh no is right. And then over like 2 weeks, I tried only using my left hand to let my right one rest because that was like my whole goal. Like all I did over like the last like 2 weeks was just watch TV and play some games that I could play with one hand, which wasn't a whole lot. And so eventually it got to the point of like, well, now my left hand's also pretty ganked up too. So now I have tendonitis in both wrists. So that's fun. So now I can't really do anything. But that's fine. I'm now in physical therapy. Oh no, hope you get better. Thank you. It shouldn't be like too bad. I started physical therapy today, which was fun. And it also took like so long. Like the reason this has to be like a quick stream is because I'm taking a break from work right now to do this. Just because wasn't able to get to work until like 11 a.m. for me. Past like, it was like 11:40. One-handed. Listen, I could only do things I could do one-handed, yes, but now I can't even do that. Now I can't use either hand. So we're fine. So work's been a pain. So yeah, no, so that's why this has to be fast, because like not only did I not get to work till almost 12, it was like 11:40 something. But because of like both hands being essentially disabled, I can't really work very fast anymore. So I have to get back to that relatively soon. So that's fun. But I just want to update, like, be like, hey, next week we're probably you do me a heckin' concern. So I do my best. I'm trying to take care of myself. That's like what all of like the past 2 weeks was just me trying to take care of myself. So yeah, with all that being said, like I can't really like play games right now or anything like that. Just because like how can I play games without hands? That is a little important, I think, as far as I can tell. I haven't exactly figured out how to play it without hands. So I'm planning to take next week off to just completely rest. They were basically telling me like I've switched streams. Nice. People do tell me that the Twitch one just works a lot better, so that makes sense. Also, I don't know if you guys can tell, but over like the break, VTube Studio like updated, and ever since then my face tracking's been a little weird. Like my eyes don't like staying open anymore, so I have to like I'm basically like looking up at all times. It's very odd. Anyways, but they were basically like, hey, you gotta like take a break, but you should also try to like in a little while, you should try to incorporate stuff back in. Also, I need to get Twitch up on here. I haven't used, gosh, my brain is all over the place. You can tell I haven't taken any of my ADHD meds because I am just not focused. There's not a single track of thought in my mind. There's like 1,000. What was I even saying? Oh, they're telling me like, yeah, just take a little while, take like the weekend, take like next week to rest your wrist. Don't do anything too extraneous with them. But then after that, you should try to slowly incorporate some of these things back in just to get your hands used to them, because you don't want your hands to just sit there and then just not do anything. It's sort of like let's say you like hurt like your leg or something. People tell you to walk it off because you're actually supposed to like walk. Even if it hurts, you're just not supposed to like push it. You're still supposed to use it so then it like so then it like gets the use and doesn't like essentially become more disabled from that. My brain is broken because I had a job interview, lol. Ooh, what'd you like what were you interviewing for? And take care of yourself. Listen, everyone here, take care of yourself. This has been such a huge experience and just taking care of yourself. Because like I push myself way too hard with like over the course of like we'll tie you to a chair if you do. Listen, but that's just gonna ruin my back. I also have a bad back. Interview for a kitchen assistant. Ooh, where at? Where at? I mean, unless you don't want to like, unless it's like somewhere like that could get you doxxed or anything like that, then don't say it. I'll get the rope. Oh gosh, darn. Guys, I promise I'm gonna take care of myself. I'm not pushing myself. I've learned my lesson. I pushed myself too hard through like all of October and November, getting ready for like my debut and like NaNoWriMo and stuff like that. We're just constantly pushing myself with my wrist and everything. Yeah, exactly. So like that's why I specify like don't tell me if it'll like give away like your location. Like if you're being like, yeah, I'm doing a kitchen assistant and like McDonald's, like that's fine to say. Just because like McDonald's is everywhere. But if it's like, yeah, if it's somewhere like will give away your location, then super don't say it. That'd be terrible. um so like I love you, honey, but exactly. I'm explicitly asking you to not do that. Please don't. I would hate it if anyone accidentally docks themselves in my chat. That'd be terrible. I feel so bad, especially if it's because I asked. That'd be the worst. Oh, so yeah, nothing is planned for next week, but the week after that, I do plan to come back for like some short streams. Like they'd probably be like 30, 40-ish minutes, just like kind of keep my wrist like going and getting back to doing like normal things without going too hard. Because like our normal streams, also I'm trying to I got a new chair for Christmas and I'm trying to lower it because I think that would help like my face tracking, but it's just not working and I don't know why. It's very weird. But yeah, so we in 2 weeks we come back with some shorter like I'm planning for like Genshin streams to come back just because I'm like I enjoyed them. They were fun. We could finally do co-op where I talk. Yeah, exactly. That I thought it was so funny. We've been planning to do like that kind of co-op for a while, and then as soon as I actually unlocked the ability, we did that one stream where we actually played together, and then my wrist fell apart. Like, oh, I was so mad. I took the week off where I was doing literally nothing. I had my one wrist just sitting there, not doing anything outside of like when I would like accidentally use it like reflexively. And like that made it worse. It made it so much worse. Like I looked at it by the end of the week and it was so much more swollen. It hurt so much more. I hated it. We love Genshin streams. I carried the team though. You really did though. Just you being able to come in and one shot it. Let's listen. I mean that's essentially what I am. Like yeah, okay. I play like other games technically more often, but like Genshin is like the most consistent one. It happens at least once a week, and then we play some other game the other 2 times. And that's essentially like the next thing I'm going to talk about is it sort of like depends on like how my wrist is going. Something else to kind of talk about the lead into this is I'm planning to get some foot pedals so then I can click less because I was talking to the doctors and they're like, yeah, it's like probably your job that you click like 1,000 times on a day that caused most of these issues. Oh, hey Frey. Hope you have a good day too. Thank you. We're just giving some updates about why I haven't been streaming and with the plans for the for the near future. I can talk. No PowerPoint today. Listen. I was actually planning to make a presentation, but then considering I was working like right up until the stream started, it was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't. Especially since like they keep telling me like, hey, don't use your wrist for like typing and stuff. Bendy Scatman mode? What the freak do you mean by that? Scatman mode? Excuse me? I don't know what that means. And frankly, that word scares me and I don't like it. But I was actually wanting to make a PowerPoint just because I like it and I like doing things with my hands and having things going essentially. But I was like, it's probably not a good idea when I'm supposed to be resting to work all day and then make a PowerPoint presentation. You can't talk good, baby. What do you mean? I know I can't talk good. I'm bad at talking. I'm pretty terrible at this if you guys can't tell, but that's okay. A presentation would actually like help me like save so much more focus. That's one of the reasons I thought I should, but then I was like, I really don't have the time, and I also don't want to like hurt my wrist more to make it. Imagine slamming your foot down to do an ult in Genshin Lamat. Listen. I was planning to mostly incorporate it for like work and stuff, so then like it can like help my wrist actually like rest and heal faster. Because they basically asked me like, hey, can you like take time off of work to heal? And I was like, no, bills have to be paid, my guy. So that's a thing. But then I wanted to incorporate, like, after a couple of games we play, I want to start doing some visual novels on stream because I love visual novels. So I was thinking, like, yeah, while I'm healing, I could just, like, incorporate the foot pedals, and then I could just do all my clicks with the foot pedal so I can actually stream without having to use my wrist, and they can rest and heal like I'm supposed to be doing. Again, that wouldn't be next week. It probably wouldn't be the week after that. It sort of just depends on like how long it takes for the actual foot pedals to arrive because it says that they're coming sometime next week. But we'll see, and it also depends on how long it takes me to actually be smart enough to figure out how to like set them up and program them. Essentially, haha, no bills have to be paid. A wise man once. Dude, what if Bendy is actually a 40-year-old grandpa and that's why his wrists and back suck? Listen, I pretty much do. Listen, the reason I look at my glasses right now, all right? You can't tell, but they are a lot thicker than they look, okay? When I went into the eye doctor, they looked at me and were like, "Dude, you have like the worst eyes I've ever seen." And it's like, "Okay, cool. Awesome." The person that you saw before me was actually like a 50, 60-year-old dude. So that's cool, glasses gangle. And then I have back problems, and now I have wrist problems. And they straight up told me that when I saw the doctor yesterday, "Hey, your wrists are bad. Like you're doing all the same things you've been doing your whole life, but your wrists are bad because you're getting old, my dude." I'm like, "Bro, what the freak? I'm only 23. I'm not ancient yet?" Question mark. I was like, "Oh my gosh." I was expecting middle age for all the aches and breaks to start. I wasn't expecting 23 to when my body starts going downhill. Anyway, so Bendy age docs. Listen. I'm so fine with people knowing how old I am. It's like whatever. Unless I dox myself as like a 16-year-old, and then Twitch would just ban me because I'm not supposed to be streaming at that age. But I'm not Twitch. Wink. You can't really wink too well with the VTube models. But what was I saying before I went on? Oh yeah. I was basically like, the plan was always to start incorporating like doing like visual novels and stuff, but with the foot pedals, we could start in a few weeks. We could start doing shorter Genshin streams, and then we could probably just do some visual novel streams. And I would be super down with that. And it's really all that I could do because like I thought about like, oh, I could also play some Miles Morales, just like do short streams of that. And I just thought about like one fight in that game and how you have to press a bajillion and a half buttons constantly. I'm like, maybe those games are bad for me right now. Maybe they're bad for me. Ooh, yeah, I don't want to do an accidental FBI open. Yeah, that'd be pretty terrible. That'd be pretty awful. It's just like a few years down the line, you show back up in the chat and it's like, "Oh, so what happened to you?" And it's just like, "Yeah, well, the FBI came for me." It's like, "Oh, oopsies." But the car driving game, there's like that one that everyone keeps doing like the green screen for. Oh, I could totally try that. I have no idea what that game is or how to actually like play it. But if I have the pedals, then like why not? That'd be so fun. But now I know we're both adults, so it's just yeah, no one has to worry about nothing. I am a full-grown adult. According to all my doctors I see, I'm ancient already. I'm already like halfway into the grave. Don't expect too many more streams from me just cuz I'm basically dead already. Mario Kart stream win. Oh my gosh, I love Mario Kart. So many people over the past like 2 weeks have been asking me to play Mario Kart, and it's like, "No, I want to, but I can't. My hands don't function well right now." Young adult in a grandpa body. Listen, I'm convinced that I am actually like the oldest spirit you could find put into a young body. Like, especially as soon as it comes to using like anything technology wise. Like all my other friends are like, "Yeah, it's just technology is easy." And then I'm like, "Listen, after I press the power button, I don't know what to do with technology. I'm stupid." And then my body's all creaky. It just don't work for me too well. I'm gross and old already. So yeah, I've got physical therapy over the next they said it could take 4 to 6 weeks. But maybe expect longer, question mark. So if we do start doing like these kinds of short streams and visual novel streams, they're probably going for about the next 4 to 6 weeks. They did specify it could take longer, especially if I can't actually take a break from working, but that's where the foot pedals are coming in to hopefully help keep my healing on a decent track. Again, they should be coming sometime next week, which I'm super excited for, just because like not having to click and I could just like step on the pedals for all my clicks, that'd be great. Because essentially all I'm going to do is it's a thing that comes with 3 pedals. So I'm going to do a right click for one, a left click for one, and then the middle pedal is just going to be like a little bit of a scroll down. I basically planned out like, yeah, to do my job, those are the only three functions that I actually need that I can't like. I can essentially try to work my entire like job around those three clicks, and I think I'll be fine. I'm burning 5 candles because the smell makes me calm. Maybe it'll fix your broken body too. Who knows? Oh my gosh. I mean, like, dude, at my physical therapy today. Oh my gosh, physical therapy was such a wild ride today, by the way. First of all, I actually did they kind of like did some like smelly things like help me relax and stuff like that. Like I don't what was it called? Was it like a Sensi? I think it was a Sensi. Yeah. And then they just like lotioned up my arms so that they could massage it and help that relax. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm smelling so nice today. Jeez Louise. Bro, 23, but his body fatigue already 70. Face. Yeah, I really am already there. Yeah, my body's so bad. Listen, over the past week, like, all I was able to do was like work out and watch TV. And I went for a run, and like my knee was like giving out. It hurt so bad, and I had to stop the run early. And I was thinking like, okay, my back is breaking, my eyes don't work, my wrists are falling apart, and now my knee's going out. What the freak? You do yoga? I do not do yoga. But this was for physical therapy. I should probably do yoga. A lot of people tell me that it works, but I'm like, to me, it's like if I'm doing like that kind of physical stuff, I'd rather just be like working out. Listen, I stopped running, but I love to run. Listen. I love working out. Exercise, like today was supposed to be arm day, but I asked the doctor, like, hey, should I stop like doing like arm exercises for right now? Just to, so I don't like keep ruining my wrist because that's putting like too much pressure on them. And they were all like, yeah, just for the next little while, just don't do arm day. I'm like, okay, but leg day sucks. But I love arm day and I love running, but now my knee's not too good for running right now. So like I can't do anything except for just normal leg day. And I don't like normal leg day. I used to, but now I don't. But anyways, so after all that, then they put like these little shock things on me. Like I don't know what was it called. It was some like electrotherapy thing where they basically put these like I bumped my desk, sorry. They put like these little like sticky things on me, and then they wrap my arms up in like these heat pads, and they're like, okay, these things are gonna send little shocks into your wrist to help like fix them up, to help them relax and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, cool beans. So they do that, and it starts like tingling a little bit. And they're just like, okay, we're going to set this timer for 10 minutes. And after those 10 minutes, this thing is going to turn off. And then the guy left and he was like, I'll be right back if you need anything. He gave me a little bell that I could only press with my chin because I didn't have hands to use because they were all wrapped up. They gave you the Harley Quinn treatment, basically, but on my hands, Instead of like shocking your head, they just put that on my wrist. So, but after like 8 minutes, it was like there's 2 minutes and 30 seconds left on the 10-minute timer, and the guy comes back and is like, hey man, I just want to check like how things are going, like how you doing. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm doing like pretty fine, honestly. I'm like, yeah, like tingles, but it doesn't really hurt, the heating pads aren't like too hot. And he was like, oh, sick. So then he left, and then 30 seconds later, suddenly it felt like the heating pads were like burning my arms, and it felt like I was about to pass out. Like I had to catch myself before like I just like fell out of the chair I was sitting in. It was like that bad. And so I dinged the bell because I'm like, it probably wouldn't be a good thing if I just actually passed out right now. And he comes back in, and this is like an assistant who came back in, and he was like, oh no, oh gosh. So he like unstrapped me, he went and got the doctor came back in, and the doctor was talking to someone, and he was like, sitting there joking with them, and then he turns to look at me, and his entire face just was like, ha ha ha, look at me. And then it was like, oh no. He like had like the biggest face fall I've ever seen a man have, and he just comes over to me, he just kind of pats me on the back and is like, hey, I'm gonna go get you some water and food really quick. Do you like granola bars? Do you want some chocolate? I'm like, oh, a granola bar sounds fine. So he rushes off to get me that kind of stuff, and then he comes back and he just tells me like, as I'm sitting there munching and crunching and drinking the water, he's like, listen, I don't mean to like scare you, but you are like completely pale right now. Like it looks like your face is like gray. Like that's how bad it got. I'm like, oh, is that normal? And he's like, it's not really like super normal, but it's happened before. Like, and he basically kind of explained that sort of like my body was like so inflamed and like had so many things wrong with it. Like this like helping it relax like this, like basically like put my body into like almost like a state of shock. And I'm like, oh, okay. Lamau, you have bad wrists. I have an injured hand and leg. Maybe if we put all the oh my gosh, if we just cut off all the bad parts and put all the good parts together, we could be like just a normal person. Oh my, it's sort of like in Dragon Ball when they fuse, but they become like the strongest person ever. Our fusion would just be standard dude. You become, I mean, I essentially did. Like apparently, again, he was like describing like that I just turned like fully like gray. That's how bad it was. And then like after I ate and took like the drink, I was like, oh, I'm feeling like perfectly fine now. It's good. And he was just like, yeah, we're gonna like give you a break from that. We're gonna do other stuff for the rest of the day. So then after that, I just did like some normal exercises, got some more massages, and it was like a whole thing. And so it was just like that's probably what I'm going to be doing for the next little bit while I'm there. But like it was like the scariest thing because I went like it like escalated so fast over the span of 30 seconds. And like the first like five, I was like, I'm a little lightheaded right now. I didn't really sleep too well last night. Like I woke up like 80 times last night. So I'm like, oh, I'm a little tired, but like, I don't know, like whatever, it's fine. 10 seconds later, I'm like, oh, maybe I should call that guy. And I'm kind of feeling like I'm gonna throw up. 10 seconds later, it's like I'm catching myself from falling out of the chair. And it's like it was scary. Fusion name Sandy or Benda. I kind of like Benda. Or we could just be like Soda Bender. Or Dark Mochi. Dark Mochi's kind of fun. I like that one. Oh, so yeah. Physical therapy was a ride, and again, I'm doing it like 3 times. Another reason why I won't be able to stream too much is because like I didn't expect physical therapy. You were speed run, but like for real though, I escalated so fast from just a mild little lightheadedness to just instant like I'm about to pass out. The doctor's like concerned I'm gonna like die right there on the spot kind of thing. Also, yes, Dark Mochi. Dark Mochi is such a good name. I love that. Oh my gosh. So it was just an experience, and again, it's like I didn't think it was gonna be like such a long thing. Like I thought I was gonna come in for like an hour and then just be like home and stuff. But then I wasn't again. I came in at like 9:15 and I wasn't leaving until like 11:40. Like it's a long time. But I'm like I'm kind of okay with that because that means that we're working on my wrist more to get them healed faster. And I'm also getting more bang for my buck right now essentially. So I'll super duper take it. So it would just be like really hard for me right now to balance like streaming with the physical therapy anyways because I have to do it a lot and it takes a long time, especially like in the morning. So I won't be like finishing work until like probably like 5 or 6 p.m. my time, which is pretty late for everyone else. You're a genius for that night. Listen, I'm smart sometimes. It's like a super meter where like I'm stupid at 95% of the time, but once I fill up that meter, I'm smart for a little bit. And that was my one time, so I'm gonna be dumb for the next like 2 or 3 weeks. Also, don't push yourself, okay? We will all happily wait for you. Oh, thanks, guys. I do appreciate that. Like, I appreciate like everyone like coming in today and kind of like understanding and all like the get better wishes. I do appreciate that. But I do feel a little bad about just like vanishing last week and not explaining anything. I probably should have sent out like a little thing. I realized I'm terrible at like post and tweets and stuff like that. But you know, I'm gonna work on that. But yeah, no, the whole this next week is just going to be more resting and relaxing and trying to like just take care of myself, just doing all like the little stretches that they give me and the little exercises and just going to physical therapy because I would like my wrist to get better. And then after that, I kind of just got to figure out how to like I guess I don't really need to figure out how to restructure my life so that this doesn't happen to my wrist again. Cause like if I can get the pedals to work, then like that should like save my wrist so much. Like again, the doctors were like, it's like your job that's like mostly doing it. Like the way I described it to them, they're like, yeah, no, we're pretty sure it's like your job. So if I can just take out like the clicks from my job, like that would save my wrist so much. And you were worried, dude. Yeah, I didn't mean to worry anyone. I realized like after like a week of just complete dead silence, especially because like I feel like I'm pretty consistent, you know, like about 2 to 3 streams a week most of the time. I'm pretty consistent, and then just suddenly nothing out of nowhere. I was like, I probably should have said a little something something. But yeah, I also wanted to give a few more updates really quick before the stream ends because again, I do got to get back to work. Sadly, gonna be working the rest of the night basically. Basically for the channel. Moving forward for a little while, I've been working on more shorts and some actual like videos to go up. Oh my gosh, videos, which I'm really excited for. I've been working on them for so long, and I'm really excited to start posting them. But I'm probably not going to start posting anything about like shorts or video related until like probably like the beginning of March. I was planning to start around February, but with this whole setback, I'm like, I don't want to push my body too hard because like again, editing is just a lot of clicking and a lot of stuff that I'm not supposed to do with my wrists. So it's gonna take a little while to actually like go through and finish all of this stuff. So I don't want to push it too hard, but I actually want to make it as good as I can. So we're probably not going to start uploading anything until beginning, middle Marchish. And if I have any other updates on that, then I'll let y'all know. But I'm really excited for what I've been cooking up. I'm excited for it. I finished a big old video, showed it to somebody. Like I took them out for lunch, brought them. Well, actually, we went and got food, and then I brought them back because the food was their payment for spending an hour watching my videos. And then I just showed it to them, and they were loving it. They thought it was like great, so much fun. They did have a few critiques for me, so I got to fix those before I can actually like fully upload it. But I'm excited because it's like shows that the things that I'm working on are good. It's okay. Rest your body. Don't force yourself to the point of pushing your body. Hang on, I need to go over to YouTube. Hang on, my border's cutting you off. Getting better. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what's the point of taking these breaks if I'm just then instantly going to like push myself to the point of breaking again, essentially. My hardworking boy, do your best, love. Thanks, guys. Thanks. Health comes first. Hope you're getting better. Yeah, exactly. And I did a terrible job of putting my health first, like, for the past, like, 2 years. And so, like, I kind of took this as, like, a sign of, like, yeah, I should probably do a better job actually taking care of myself. So I'm going to do my best to just rest and relax and get feeling better. And then hopefully in like, again, like 2-ish months, because that's how they kind of like predicted like 4 to 6 weeks. It could take a little bit longer, a little bit shorter. So I'm just kind of giving it like 2 months. Around 2 months, we'll be back into the normal swing of things. And I kind of figured like, I'm working on a be right back screen so that during streams I can like take a short break. Like, I figure like, I could like stream for an hour, take like a 10-15 minute break, just give my wrist a chance to relax and not be used for a little bit. This is specifically for when you first like start coming back with like the longer streams, like the hour and a half to 2 hour ones, just so then I don't like overexert myself. I'm trying to like take all the precautions and do all the things that I need to do so that I can come back without then just ruining my wrist again. Because again, then what was the point of like the past couple months of me trying to heal just to instantly ruin it? So that's the plan. Hopefully I answered, if people had questions. I don't know if people had questions, but hopefully I answered everything. I'm trying to think of like if there was anything else I like needed to talk about in this one, or if that kind of just covers everything. God, this is why I should have made a presentation. I love making presentations. They're so fun. Like, I have like the presentation scene on OBS. I was like, oh, I get to use that one again. Oh my gosh, let's go. And then I was like, I probably shouldn't make a presentation, but it helped my brain work so much better. But yeah, I think that's all. So, yeah, I think with that, we'll probably end it there so I can get back to work. But thank you so much, everyone, for coming out today. Thank you guys for all the get better wishes, and thanks for all the support. I super appreciate it. And like also the understanding is super appreciated. So yeah, thank you. I'm so bad at ending things. With all that being said, I will see. Take care of yourself, and I'll send the lore when I'm excited for that. Also, I'm so mad at Discord. It never like notifies me when it's like when I get a message. I hate it so much. I saw that you had sent me something on like the 31st, like just a get better thing, and I was like, why did I not notify me? I'm on my computer all the time because that's where I watch all my television. But it was just like, it just didn't do anything. Thanks for the news too, of course. Anytime. I want to do a better job keeping you guys updated with what's going on. So yeah, with all that being said, Discord doesn't like Dark Mochi. It really doesn't like specifically the me half. It doesn't update me with anyone notifies or sends me anything. It's so annoying. Like, I've missed some calls because it just doesn't notify me, but I go to my notification settings and they're all turned on. I don't get it. But with that being said, I'll see all you beautiful people in the next one. Bye-bye.